Okay, so we're gonna do 10 very basic warm-up style or solo drills, so to speak. All right, so first one, we're gonna cover basic shot. So with the shot, assuming you have 1 foot forward, you're in kind of a fighting or grappling stance, however you want to view it, right? Your lead foot, you're gonna take a snip, right? Drop to that lead knee, right? And you could either build up to a stance, right? Or you can go into a dive, your choice, but warm up. Before we come up to knee, come up, this leg is now in front. Again, so a penetration step, not always do you need to do this, but most commonly done for taking shots or ending up on a single leg, right? So doubles or singles. So coming here, right? Coming down, coming up, right? And if you're trying to finish this on an actual double or something like that, you're not driving forward to the side. Okay. Next one, very basic, very common, right? Someone's trying to do the same exact thing to you, and you literally just take your feet, pick a shot, and put them back. Make your hips disappear. Legs further back than where they were, right? So you're just hiding your feet, or as they're trying to grab them. It's called a sprawl, right? Picking a side is important, especially if you have a firearm or something like that. You want to hide the firearm. So I don't want to land on top of them with it. I want to hide it from them, aka they can't reach it. Reaching for it. Putting it on side, boom, right? For just jujitsu sake, whether just this or this. All right, this one I'm a little closer for, but basically all we're gonna do is do a shrimp. So with the shrimp, we're gonna be here, we're gonna lift up and clear, right? You see how I'm not on the ground? The only thing touching the ground is my toes and my shoulder. My butt should come to where my shoulders are, getting away, right? Then recover, right? So again, picking whatever, doesn't really matter, right? So if I wanted to pick this one, I could plant, right? I have this foot up already, so I'm typically gonna pick this side. I'm gonna plant, come up, no friction, right? Kind of like that, right? Realistically, your shrimps are probably gonna look more like that. Right, so all I'm doing is lifting my hips off the ground, right? Focusing onto one shoulder. I'm completely on my shoulder, basically, right? I'm not gonna lift up that high. We're just doing this so you can see it, right? Coming up, and then taking my ass and putting it basically in line with my shoulders, right? And then centering back up. All right, next one, super simple, bridging, right? All right, so what am I doing? Raising my hips up and at a 45-degree angle. So whatever side I pick, right, I'm here and I'm looking that direction and driving all of my force to follow. Then I build up. Same thing on the other side, right? I'm going to drive all of my force one direction and then build up. One more time so you can see from this direction, right? Boom. Boom. Okay. All right, so this next one, threading the needle. Seems a little bit more basic, right, when you say it. It's much harder for people to grasp as a concept, I guess, but literally all I'm going to do is put this foot just like that, right? Except instead of doing it from right here and doing this to coming to a knee, right? Seems very simple, right? We're gonna be here, right? We're gonna do the same thing except we're not sitting up. We're gonna sit like this and then come to a knee, okay? You're literally passing your foot underneath your other foot, just like this, and then you are building up to your knees. So here, pressing underneath, building up, all right? Boom. So here. So we're going to practice the break fall now, or explain the break fall, so to speak. So another common warm-up drill, solo drill that you're going to end up doing is called break fall. How we're going to start it is I actually just want you to take a knee, not a knee, a squat, my bad. Take the squat, take your hands, literally grab your shoulders. I want you to do nothing with them. I want you to tuck your head, right? Your chin should be to your chest, right? And rounding your back, right? What do I mean by that? Right? Your back shouldn't be like this, right? You're making a nice platform to smack into. It's not great, right? So we're gonna round our chin, right? We're gonna round our back, right? So just to start out, I want people to do this, right? Reason why is because people get all kinds of silly with their hands and they forget about their head, which is the most important part. A lot of people will break fall and then they'll forget that their head's going to get the thing that knocks, right? So squat, tuck your head, and just rock, right? So you start like that, boom. Now, once you get comfortable doing that, your hands, right, when you come, boom. One more time, like this. So I'm choosing almost a 45-degree angle. That means nothing, right? Just have your hands out, not a T, right? If your hands are a T, you're doing nothing with them other than making noise, right? We're doing this to stop motion, right? We don't want to rock. So we're stopping the motion. One more time. So here, boom. And once you get good at doing that, you can be way looser about it. You can just do break fall, right? Or you can do a side break fall, same principle, right? A little different, you get more practice with it. But a break fall is a break fall. So, no matter what you're doing, that's all we're trying to get. All right, so building on that, right? We just did break falling, you know, obviously tucking, rolling, right? So instead of doing just a break fall, where we would stop ourselves, we're not going to stop ourselves, we're going to pick a side. Just like a back roll. Hello there.
How you doing, sir?
I am well. So for the back roll, just squat. You can cross your hands if you don't trust where your hands are going to go. Right. Pick a side. Right. You're going to use motion. You're going to tuck your head. That way you're not rolling over your head. It's bad for your neck. Right. Tuck your head. Choose a shoulder. Right. And then go over that shoulder. I've stopped motion, obviously. So, boom. Like so. From the other direction. Right. Say I was here and I want to roll. Picking a side. Alright, now same general concept, but we're going to do the front roll. And with the front roll, we're going to start out on our knees. I want you to take your hand, put it right in between your legs almost, or put it to the other side of your knee, whichever one makes easier for you and you'll understand. I want you to blade your hand, right? Don't have your hand like this. Make into a blade. Cross your body, just like this. Tuck your head, right? We don't want to try to roll like this. We're going to roll right on our face. So we're going to tuck our head, right? And I want want you to take your toes. See my toes? Right? They're no longer being lazy or like this. Right? I'm not sitting on my feet. I'm up here on my toes like this. Right? I'm just going to come here. And then I'm going to just push with my toes. Right? Very basic version of a front roll. So here, up on my toes, crossing my body, tucking my head, coming on top of my shoulder. Once you get that, you can go a little lower, or a little higher, I should say. Come here. Same concept. You're going to fall. You get more comfortable with that. Come higher. And you get more comfortable with that. You can do diving rolls. So literally right here. Last roll that we're going to do is a side roll. Berimbolo, lat roll, whatever you want to call it. Right? But basic principle is I'm going to roll whatever direction, but sideways. Instead of rolling forward or back, I can roll side to side. I prefer to keep my hands in front. Sometimes I tuck them like this. Other people tuck them behind their back. All you have to do for this, what I'm going to do, I tuck my hand on the outside. I don't like tucking it on the inside. I think it's weird. People do it. Right, so I'm going to tuck it on the outside, coming underneath, coming up onto my toes, basically into an inversion, and coming back. From the other side, here, coming up onto my shoulder blades, right? I'm going to utilize my toes, right? Once I get here, I'm just going to come back to my toes and come in front, right? So same thing. All I am doing is I'm coming onto my shoulder blades, and I'm either taking my feet and utilizing them to assist me to do this, or I don't, right? I do not need my feet to do this. I'll use my foot initially to push off, but your feet are not necessary for this process. Again, hands forward, back. If you want to take them out of the equation entirely, you just want to do something like this, you can, right? Dealer's choice what you do with your hands, but that's a berimbolo, right? Or a lateral roll, whatever you want to call it. And last thing, technical stand up. Seems super silly, right? But we fall down, right? We want to stand up. We're going to post with the opposite side, right? We're going to take the foot that we want to stand up with, right? We're going to pass it backwards, almost like when we're going to thread the needle again, but we're not going sideways, we're going backwards, like backwards. So come in here, standing up. This hand should be extended, protecting your face. Dealer's choice, don't really care. So again, we're here, standing up.